Welcome to another episode of DOTAFire. My name is Hectik and this is the Clockwerk Guide. Clockwerk is a melee strength hero that excels at initiating teamfights and causing total disruption. Although lacking in offensive firepower, Clockwerk makes up for his lack of damage with amazing assets to disrupt and catch fleeing heroes. Whether the enemy is across the map or trying really hard to cast a spell, you have the power to intercept everything in your path. Clockwerk is a can of whoop-ass and a hero to watch out for. When to pick? You should pick Clockwerk when your team needs a durable hero who can initiate easily, and has the power to lock down enemies. Hero skills. All of Clockwerk's abilities have great synergy, and this makes the Rattle Trap a powerful initiator. Clockwerk's first ability is Battery Assault. This causes Clockwerk to discharge shrapnel shards randomly at enemy units. These shards deal magical damage and cause mini-stuns of an interval of 0.7 seconds, making Battery Assault great at interrupting heroes from casting spells. Clockwerk's second ability is Power Cogs. This ability forms a barrier of energized gears around Clockwerk, trapping any nearby units inside. Enemy heroes that get too close to the cogs will be pushed away while having their life and mana drained. It takes 3 attacks to destroy a cog, but Clockwerk only needs 1 strike to release himself from Power Cogs. Clockwerk essentially is able to lock down at least a single enemy hero at any point in the game. Clockwerk's third ability in his arsenal is Rocket Flare, a low-cost global semi-nuke that provides 575 radius of vision upon impact. This ability requires great timing to land on faraway enemies and is quite good at pushing back a lane. Rocket Flare is great for harassment, spammable, and allows easy use of your ultimate, Hookshot. Clockwerk's ultimate, Hookshot, is the defining ability that separates a good and bad Rattle Trap. Hookshot has a huge reach to catch unsuspecting prey and stuns the hooked enemy unit upon collision. Combined with all of Clockwerk's assets, the Rattle Trap will be able to shut down anyone within Clockwerk's grasp. Hookshot is what makes Clockwerk such a great initiator. Skill build. Start out with Battery Assault and then a point into Power Cogs, since these two are your primary skills. Next, maxing out Power Cogs will allow you to trap your enemies, forcing them to receive damage from your Battery Assault. It also provides time for your team to come up and help you kill them. Placing 1 point in Rocket Flare at level 4 is enough, since you won't use it too much. However, if you have trouble farming, feel free to max it out. At levels 6, 11 and 16, level up your ultimate. When you're done maxing out your spells, go on level up stats. Item build. Start with 3 branches and a tango, because you have to get to 600 gold as soon as possible. This 600 gold will be used to purchase Bottle, so you'll always have enough mana and health for frequent ganking. Always try to secure the runes to refill your bottle in order to reduce time spent healing in base. During early to mid game, you're pretty mana dependent, so you'll want to pick up arcane books to fix your mana problems. Depending on your situation, pick up Vanguard if your enemy team has a lot of physical damage. Alternatively, pick up a Pipe of Insight if the enemy team has a lot of magic damage. Since you need to initiate and survive for as long as possible, you can buy a Blade Mail to return all the damage you receive. An Aghanim Scepter is recommended in order to reduce the cooldown of Hookshot. The next items are situational. If you have a hard time dealing with physical damage, you can get a Shiva's Guard or a Ghost Scepter. If you're missing disables, you can get a Heaven's Halberd to deal with heavy hitters, or Scythe of Vice to shut down a key opponent. If you don't have problems with your mana anymore, go on and buy Boots of Travel. Being anywhere at the right time makes all the difference in the world. Laning phase. You want to go on a solo lane, either mid or suicide, where you'll try to get as much farm and experience as possible. The faster you get level 6, the more effective you are. Since your ultimate Hookshot has a rather long range, it's easy to gank with. You will initiate using Hookshot, trapping your enemies using Power Cogs, while dealing damage using Battery Assault and Rocket Flare. Try to trap as many enemies as possible if your team is around, so they can easily land their spells and attack. Keep roaming and use your Hookshot whenever an opportunity to gank is open for attack. Late game. In teamfights, you will always initiate with Hookshot and trap as many enemies as possible. Use your Blade Mail to return all the damage you will receive. Your team must be ready to follow up with your attack and take down the enemies that you've trapped in your cogs. Keeping the enemy isolated will make it really easy for heroes like Kunkka or Invoker to land their combos. Always going first. Although you risk the possibility of death, your heroic can of whoop-ass will help win the team fight. Communication is key, so choose your battles carefully, assess the situation, and fight accordingly. Friends and foes. Your friends are those heroes that use AoE spells which are difficult to land. Since you'll block the enemy heroes in your cogs, it will be easy for heroes like Kunkka, Lina, Invoker, and the Keeper of Light to land their spells and deal a lot of damage that will melt the enemy team. Your enemies are those heroes who can get away from your cogs, have magic immunity, or can turn around the team fight, such as Naga Siren, Storm Spirit, Anti-Mage, Queen of Pain, Life Stealer, and pretty much anyone with a 4-staff or a Black King bar. Tips. If your team is having a hard time surviving or you don't have support, you can pick up items like Mechanism, Observer Wards, and True Vision. Keep in mind that you can disable heroes like Shadow Fiend or Earthshaker from casting any spell while being in the cogs using Battery Assault. Remember that you're not a carry, leave the kills to carries if you can, and sacrifice yourself to save someone of importance. If you would like to see more guides made by the MOBAFIRE TV crew, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Also, be sure to visit DOTAFire.com for the best place for your Dota 2 needs. If you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to comment below. Let us know which hero you would like to see next, and if you have any good replays, please do share them with us so we can provide the best content possible. MOBAFIRE TV is sponsored by PDP Gaming Hardware, Origin, and Razer.